Why, hello, folks. Welcome to another round of One Piece. This is our third and final round that we'll be posting this week, because it was our third and final round of our weekly modern tournament that had 42 players in it. On the left, we have Matt Buck playing Red Green Law, if you're a Magic player, the Gruel Law. And on the right, we got Joseph Ramos Calderon playing Eustass, aka Captain Kid. That's a mono green deck. And you'll notice that the life totals are different, as Matt has 4 life and Joe has 5. If you're playing a multicolored leader, you will be starting with 4 life instead of 5, typically. There might be one that has 3, there might be one that has 5 eventually. You never actually know what Bandai's planning. As someone who played a Bandai game pretty religiously for 5 years, you can never tell what they're doing. Alright. Matt led on a 1-drop blocker here, Joe, playing a Cat Viper here to tap it down. And this is basically what this matchup is going to consist of. Law is going to try and establish a board. Kid is going to do as much as it can to tap the creatures on his board and kill them before Law is able to get to his point where he just combo off and do obnoxious things. If you're unfamiliar with the Law ability does, is when Matt's board is full, which is 5 creatures, he may pay 2 mana to pick one of those creatures up and then play for free a creature from his hand that costs 5 or less and is the opposite color of the one that he picked up. So for example, if he picks up a 1-drop red Nami, he may put a 5-drop green Law into play if he wants. The cost doesn't matter as long as it's below 5, but that's like one of the coolest plays that you can do in the deck.
Yeah, just make her a 6K.
Alright, going to play a Nico Robin here. This is a 3-drop 4K attacker, which has a Don ability when it has a Don attached to it, and when it is attacking, you may pop a 3K or less creature your opponent controls. Very good at dealing with 1K blockers and anything that your opponent might want to keep on their board. Example, that Nekomanchi, or the Cat Viper there, is going to die here. Attacking in for 5. The trigger will kill it. Joe will more than likely take the damage here.
I was making sure like you put your Dawn down on your deck. Did I? No, you did. I didn't. No, I did not. I have 4. I should have 6 because I go 2, 4, 6. Wait. Oh yeah.
We had forgotten to charge our Don at the beginning of the turn. All good. Looks like we are debating on jet pistoling the Yamato here.
6K.
Going to attack in for 6K. Joe takes the damage, goes down to 3. Jet pistol kills a 6K or less, so that kills that Yamato card. Yamato, very strong, and kind of just a kill on-site creature. It is a double strike or double attack banisher. I have to get used to using the actual One Piece terms and not Dragon Ball terms or Magic terms. What double attack and banish means is that it does 2 damage, and banish says instead of the cards going to the player's hand, they go to the graveyard, and if they have triggered abilities, they do not resolve. Very good at controlling the game. Honestly, a card that I felt was a little under... I still feel like it's underpriced, to be honest with you. It was like sub 20 for a little bit, and it's slowly creeping its way up. Not that this is a market prediction channel at all. But if you have any interest in playing green, I probably recommend picking that card up. Here comes the next Drake. Going to, on play, kill a 4 or less. Which, that Nico Robin is, in fact, a 4 or less CMC creature. Should I start calling it CDC? Converted Don cost? Alright. Now, as I mentioned, this is round 3 of our event. Both of these plays are 2-0. I believe this was either table... I think this was table 2. But I want to get this matchup, 1, because it's interesting, and 2, it's people that I'm friends with. And nepotism rings strong when you're doing your first ever coverage of a different game. Take the people that you know. That way, you know they won't misplay on camera. Or do illegal things on camera. Misplays. That happens to the best of us. Played a Jewelry Bonnie, activated the Bonnie effect, gets to look at the top 5 cards of the deck, add a Supernova card type to hand, which is cool because it can grab cards like Jet Pistol because it does have that typing on it. Attacks it for 6, Joe's going to combo out of it. Here comes the 5-drop Law, gets to pick up a creature, and then gets to play a creature 3 or less for free. So it picks up the Bonnie, replays the Bonnie. 3 mana play Eustass. Going to tap that Bonnie back down. Going to attach a Don here. Swing 6k into the Bonnie. Now, the reason that he does so is he doesn't let Matt effectively block with the law. If he does block with law, he has to combo a card to protect the Bonnie. Or to protect the law from dying, but...
No, I looked at the red and I was like, wait, what?
We're going to play an Okiku here. This is a 3-drop 5k that when it has a Don attached to it when it attacks, you may tap down a 5 or less creature on the board. Pretty neat effect. Unfortunately, it doesn't counter, which is like one of my biggest grievances with certain cards in the game. And it's a balancing thing. It makes sense to me. But sometimes, man, you're like, this card could be better. Like, if Okiku countered, it would be so good. Like, it's already a good card, but, like, it'd be so good. There's a Bonnie activation. Look at the top 5 cards. Ooh, does find a copy of Jet Pistol. Consulting the hand, seeing if we need it. I feel like Pistol's the objectively... Yeah, I feel like you have to take Pistol here, just in case Joe's able to find a copy of the 8-drop Kid. As 8-drop Kid is kind of a nuisance.
Take a Jet Pistol.
Right, takes the Pistol. Two mana going to play a Cat Viper here. Taps down the Okiku. It's 2 mana with an on play that just says tap a 3 or less creature your opponent controls. Or 3 mana cost creature. I don't know if I did my ad read yet. I don't think I did. I've done it 2 rounds in the last 2 rounds, so it kind of all blurs together. But on Saturday, January 14th, that'll be a week from today that this got posted, we'll be hosting a One Piece 1K at Alter Universe's Bluebell. First place will get $400 of store credit, and then prize breakdown for the rest of the top 8. We'll be splitting $1,000 of credit between the top 8, and then if there's more than 33 players and up who enter the tournament, every entry will then get added to the pool. So, depending on how many people show up, lots of money. It'll be Swiss rounds of 35 minutes best of 1, and then top 8 will be untimed best of 3. No sideboarding, because there's no sideboards in One Piece. Be there, or be square. This is our first big event for One Piece, and I'm super excited about it. I will unfortunately not be in town for the event, so I cannot restream it or play in it. But I am really excited to hear the stories from my friends who go and see pictures of the turnout and all that jazz.
8K.
Alright, swinging 8k here into Okiku. Gonna let it die.
You're up.
Matt, making a very good play here, because my watch just buzzed and it just threw me off. Yeah, Matt's play of swinging the law into the Okiku here is very good, because if he just leaves it untapped and doesn't kill the card or the Okiku, Joe just gets to untap, attach a Don attack, and then tap the law anyways.
Oh, 1K.
Right, extra swinging into the law, gonna combo to protect it. Izo swinging into Bonnie here. Bonnie super dead. I wonder. I think Joe probably just goes to kill the law here. Goes to 8 Don. We'll swing 2k over it. Has 7 Don available to him here. going to discard a card, untap the untap the kid with the leader ability. Swing in, play Raizo, pass the turn. Raizo is a phenomenal creature. Something that, for some reason, people weren't really playing in the first couple of weeks of the game being out and Kid being released. But it is a 3-drop 4K that when it attacks, if there's two or more tapped creature cards, including itself, you get the draw card. Very good when you get to the state in the game where you just have control. Alright, Matt just swings a bunch into the X-Drake here. Just passes the turn.
He's characters, right? Yep.
Talk about how pretty Matt's deck is. Matt's deck is gorgeous. Alt-Art Leader, Alt-Art Don, all the I think everything in the deck is Alt-Art that can be, and it's just super pretty. I'm not in love with a lot of the way the normal cards look, like the commons and uncommons in the game, but the alternate art cards, Bandai, home run. Alright, attacks him for 5k here. Matt, snap takes the damage, goes to 3. I'm going to throw a Don onto the Raizo. Attacks him for 5, draws a card.
He counts himself. Oh, 2. Got it. I thought it was 3. That's fine.
Yo, I thought he didn't count himself either.
No, I thought it just had 3 printed on the card. I should have double checked it. Whoops.
5-hit leader goes to 2.
Trigger.
Does get a triggered ability. We'll get to play the Killer. Killer then pops a 3 or less, killing the Raizo. Plays a 7-drop kid. This is a 7k blocker that has a end of turn trigger if it has a Dawn attached to it. Or end of your turn trigger if it has a Dawn attached to it, it untaps. It's pretty cool. You can use it offensively and then still have a blocker during your opponent's turn. Very well designed card in my opinion. We're going to swing Killer here into the Ezo. It's going to deal 8 damage to Joe. Let's go play a Biggie and a Chopper.
You're up.
Wouldn't be surprised if this turn Joe just kind of goes on the offensive, turns things sideways at Matt's leader. Swings 5 at a Killer, lets it die. 8k into wall. Gonna block with Commissioner Gordon. Biggie, Beige. I don't know how to pronounce his name, if we're being honest with each other. I would like a pronunciation guide on a couple of these cards. Any One Piece fans who come to the shop, just like, bring me a pronunciation guide on all the cards, so I know what I'm doing. Please and thank you. Now, Joe has 9 Dawn available still, which indicates, yeah, there it is. Captain Kid, the Captain Kid. What I think is arguably the best card in the game at the moment. And if it's not the best card in the game, it's like in the top 3. There's a couple cards that are arguably the same level of strength, but this card is game warping when it comes down. Quite literally, kill on sight. Now, luckily, Matt does have a way to deal with it immediately, because he can play the 1-drop Otama in his hand, and then pay 4 mana for that jet pistol that we saw him pick up earlier. The Otama will reduce the kid from 8k to 6k, and then the pistol will just kill it, because it kills anything 6k or less.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter though. You have Oracle in your hand. You just sacrifice it.
Two cards in hand. Not the spot that Matt really wants to be in. Joe has done a very good job of controlling Matt's board state this entire game, and Matt hasn't really drawn any of the super hard to kill cards either. Cat Viper going to tap down the Riser here. We're going to swing 8k into it. We're going to block for the 7k, probably ditch a 2k combo. Get through that Scratch Man Oppo. The card is only good because it counters for 2k. Alright. I'm going to go to 10 Dawn.
One card in. Yeah.
One card in Matt's hand. This very reasonably could be the turn that Joe tries to kill him.
Michael Matt, table 3. Modern players, what's up, your parents?
3 Dawn. Way to play Ezo, tap down the blocker. Swings 8k, 7 kid. Takes the damage risk of 1. Patches it down to Rizo here. Ready to attack 5k. That's the draw card.
2K?
Gonna combo our Brooks going to 7.
Yeah, it's 7.
Joe most likely just gonna put 2 Dawn on the leader here, swing it, and then untap swing again. That's gonna take the life go to 0. Joe discarding a card, untapping the leader, and swinging in for 7. And that is going to be the game. Going to Joe
so like,
on Eustass,
me losing
Captain Kid.
early,
Thank you for watching,
like,
folks.
we're in a
Have a great
position
rest of your day.
where